So to begin this stillness meditation, finding yourself in a comfortable seat. You can even do this lying down. If you're sitting in a chair, it's ideal to put some blocks or a bolster under your feet to keep your hips level. And just noticing the weight of your feet and coming into a sense of the space that your legs fill. And feeling your sit bones in the chair or on your mat. Noticing the length of your spine. And just taking a breath into your whole body. We're going to do a visualization practice to come into a sense of stillness. So I want you to visualize and imagine that you're beside a body of water, like a large pond or a small lake. And around is a sandy bank and some long grass and bushes. And there's some tall trees, leafy ones and piney ones, needly ones. Just really notice what comes to you around that. It could be maybe a place that you've been before, or just something that's coming to you now. Just really arrive there in your mind's eye. And you're sitting on the sandy bank and you're feeling really comfortable. And a big wind starts to come up. And it starts to rustle the leaves of the trees and the bushes. You know that feeling of the way wind moves as it's beginning to build. You're noticing that sensation around your body. It's rustling your hair and brushing against your clothes and your skin. And the wind starts to get a little more vigorous now, more all-encompassing of the area that you're sitting. The trees are swaying from side to side, and the bushes are clacking together, and the grass is frantically waving around you on the banks. On the top of the water, the top of the lake is cracking and crashing. There's getting those white caps. There's quite a lot of turbulence in the water. It's a safe wind, it's just a quick wind. You're just noticing all of this movement around you and how quickly it's all going. But as most things do, change starts to come. And the wind starts to slow down a little bit. The leaves are still frantically blowing and needles are still flying off the trees. And there's definitely still a sway. The top of the water is still moving quite quickly, but the white caps have started to decrease. It's a bit of a softer crack on the top of the water. And everything starts to settle a little bit more. The trunks of the trees and the bushes are still in movement, but the leaves have settled and things are starting to get a little quieter. The grass is just barely swaying now. And the top of the water has become a little more glassy, a little more flat. There's some undercurrent still coming through. You can get that sense of that buoyant movement under the surface of the water, but the top has really become to settle. And some more settling still. The space around is starting to get quite quiet. And there's no real movement in the grass or the bushes anymore. And the trees have come almost to stillness. You're noticing the water, even that undercurrent has started to settle, and now all the stuff that's been churned up, the sediment and any debris, moss, underwater life from the bottom is starting to trickle down now, and you're noticing it sift and float towards the lake floor. It's gently tumbling and turning, making its way through those water molecules, sinking down. And the top of the lake is really calm now. And as the sediment starts to sink, everything becomes more clear in the lake. Drifting deeper and deeper, you can see farther and farther down. And eventually the last few little bits sink to the lake floor. You can see through the clarity all the way to the bottom. The lake has that reflective glass-like consistency to it. And everything around has stopped moving, and there's that sound of silence. And dropping into that deeper stillness. Noticing how your body responds in that stillness as well. Sitting in it for a few moments. And gently, gently, softly, softly, a little breeze picks up around you again. Just enough of a feeling on your skin to bring you back into awareness, back into sensations of your body. And as you feel ready to, you can bring your palms gently up to your face, gently cupping your eyes. Allowing your eyes to open under your palms, the soft gaze down to the ground. And just gently blinking as your eyes adjust to the light. Letting that go.